It has been a long time since I've made a video, and even longer since I've been doing them daily. I mean, it's been almost 10 years. When I lived in Thailand, I would do it as often as I possibly could, and I learned so much. It advanced my ability to video edit, to speak on camera, to concern myself with my surroundings, the set design, things like that. It was like probably one of the best things I ever did, as far as like just massively increasing a skill. And then my buddy Chadwick and I were talking the other day, and he's like, "Hey, I am going to do this 100 days thing." And his is more like stories on Instagram and things like that. And I thought about doing that, but I'm like, man, you know what? YouTube's always kind of been my jam. And this is where I feel the most comfortable. I don't feel like I have necessarily have a time limit. So at the end of the day, the big question is, well, what the hell are we going to do then? I think that's the biggest problem. When I lived in Thailand, it was super easy to go out and shoot something because everything was new and interesting. I'm in my basement right now. It's only interesting for so long. So I got to come up with... Did my audio just die? God damn it. That is called being out of practice. Yeah, old batteries. And if you ever think it's weird that I wear an in-ear when you're a one-person production, that's why. Anyway, I think the biggest thing here, if I can remember where I was, is the personal challenge. And I've learned in my life that it's not about having all the answers. It's about having the right questions. And that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to ask questions, whether they come from my noggin, your noggin, or just inspired by something going on today. And do my best to ask questions that we can learn from. And spend 100 days doing it and try to get better at doing what I do in every possible way. Additionally, I think that there's something about leaving behind something for my daughter to see me from different points of view or different eras. Someday I'm going to be older than I am. I mean, I'm already old enough to see my childhood beverages all start going alcoholic. But more than that, I think I wanted her to know who her dad was, where he started, and just be able to have this as kind of her own little digital time capsule. I've always been pretty true to myself when it comes to videos. Every once in a while I'll punch it up a little bit, but I'm not very good at being fake because it's exhausting, first of all. And outside of turning up the volume a little bit or being extra lively or extra excited or something, I think that there are actors out there that, love them or hate them, they don't really act. They just are them, and that's what we like. I think of like Bradley Cooper. If you like Bradley Cooper movies, you probably just like Bradley Cooper. And there's a lot of people like that, but if you like Ben Kingsley, you like acting, you know, it's a whole different thing. And I think some people are just themselves in most of the things, and there's not any acting required. And I'm not saying you're going to like me. I'd appreciate it if you give it a shot. And I like to keep my friends, you know, I've been very disconnected. I was so adamant about being connected with people during COVID. I'd reach out to people pretty much every day. And then after COVID, I stopped, and then I talked to people here and there, but I'm not very good at it. It's funny. I had this big motivation to do it because I knew a lot of people were stuck at home, and I made a point of it. And then once we all go back to normal, so did I. And so I like the idea of there being something out there for my friends to kind of have an idea of what I'm up to without necessarily having to commit to what will inevitably become a 2-hour phone call. And maybe we can learn something together. I don't know everything. I've learned quite a bit in 41 years I've been alive. I want to learn how to be better at this. I want to learn more about the things that I have nagging inside me, and maybe some of the things you have nagging inside you. So thanks to Chadwick for challenging me on this Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a perfectionist. I'm a okayist, sometimes a goodist. So, will I hit every 100? I'm going to try. Shit happens, though. Either way, if you don't know me, if you're watching this and you've never seen anything else I've done, I'm Sam Dean. And I'll get into who I am in one of the other questions. And feel free to comment below with questions you have, because I always need fuel and free content seeds to pour water and shed some light on. So that's pretty much it. Thanks, Chadwick, for forcing my hand or motivating me or whatever we want to call it. I'm going to edit this and slap it up and probably grab another one of these Arizona green teas. All right. Cheers.